Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 89 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always by Fly Guy from flyguy.net.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, interwebs. Toy Fair weekend, man.
Yep.
It's been kind of busy.
Busy, cold, busy, cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Busy and cold.
It was an interesting Toy Fair, I thought. Not quite as, I mean, it depends on the brand you are loyal to. As far as, if you're a Hasbro, fan or a Funko fan, you had probably mixed reactions to some of the things that were coming out because certain brands revealed a lot more than others.
Yes, they did.
And I don't know why that needs to be the case, considering, we just came off of a huge movie release of The Force Awakens, and you don't show hardly any Force Awakens products. But that's just me. I just talk about toys. I don't know.
I agree with
toy
you.
Companies.
I agree with you. It's suspicious and weird why they don't do that. But
yeah, they leave it up to news organizations to reveal things, or I don't know. I don't get the mindset on certain brands sometimes.
No, I agree. It's very and this is kind of extra information, I guess, for those that watch it. But trying to find news and get news of PR companies it's kind of bewildering sometimes, because I don't know what they're promoting, because they hardly send you anything. They don't tell you anything.
Yeah,
it's getting blood out of a stone. You think, hi, we're here to promote your products, but they're slow and they never give you the right information. And there's a couple of things this week that they launched figures that they gave, I think, to Entertainment Weekly, and they never mentioned the size and scale of the images or the figures.
Right.
I'm like, that's kind of vital information. Is it 6 inches? Is it 3.75? Is it? But I digress too.
Is it a play set, or is it a multi-pack? It's just like
very vague information. I know.
Right. But we'll get to that stuff, all that good stuff, because most of that came in the flash at Toy Fair over the past couple days. We'll start off with a couple little tidbits here before we get into the main bulk of the Toy Fair news. Retail's been doing pretty good lately, I think. A lot of people seeing a lot of store reports from the different sites. People finding the latest waves of 6-inch figures and 3 3/4 inch figures. So I think it's getting better out there for a lot of people, depending on where you live. Finding the latest 6-inch wave that, the Jango Fett, the Flame Trooper. I think those are a lot of figures that have been pretty easily been able to be acquired right now.
It looks to be, I think, even from a distribution point of view, because I know a lot more are finally coming, that wave has been finally, they've kind of got the figures right. Because waves 1 through 4 were appallingly understocked and very poor and spotty. And so wave 5, Django and the Flamethrower Trooper seem to be that they've hit Amazon, they've hit Toys R Us, they're about to hit some specialty stores and other places. Walmarts have had them. So they're definitely beginning to get their numbers right. But boy, they kind of screwed up on waves 1 through 4. So nice to see them get in stock, which is good.
Yeah. But again, this is another kind of little lead into Toy Fair note. Prior to Toy Fair, I think last week Hasbro issued a statement or press release, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, basically a caveat saying, hey, we're not going to have any Rogue One stuff here, so don't bother asking, or if you're going to come for that reason, you might be disappointed because we're not showing anything. And I guess that makes sense.
Absolutely.
They did, as we get in here a little bit, they did tease some Rogue One stuff that's going to come later. I think they'll be exclusive to, what is that, Celebration Europe and San Diego Comic-Con.
Sure.
Probably, again, a 6-inch figure, like they did with the Stormtrooper, the First Order Stormtrooper, a special box.
Sure.
For a common figure that you're going to be able to find later, would be my guess. So,
then that makes sense.
Yeah. So that kind of leads us into some of the reveals, and some of the, I think, that misses, I would say, came out of Toy Fair. There was a lot of products shown that we had been kind of that had been revealed prior. Like mock-ups for Kanan and Ahsoka, Sabine. We never really got to see a 3D. But we only saw like 3D renderings of Sabine and Princess Leia and Darth Revan, but we got to see actual figures of those this time. So those were nice. I mean, I think they did a really decent job with all of those figures.
And we've kind of got a mixed gallery here that we're sharing for you on screen. It's mixed a little bit by Hasbro and Star Wars. So apologies, we'll skip through the Marvel ones. But that's a good-looking Darth Maul. That's a smart-looking figure. I like that.
Yeah, this is part of the 3 3/4 inch, 5 POA line. This was kind of surprising as well because they never really officially announced that Maul was coming back to the Rebels series.
Exactly.
They kind of had him hidden in shadow in one of the season 2 promotional trailers that was released, I think last month. He's referred to as the Old Master in the trailer, so it's kind of interesting that Hasbro kind of pulled the rug out maybe under that reveal.
I think so. I mean, to be honest, I'm a couple of shows behind, and I really didn't know about this at all. So, spoiler on me, but yeah, I didn't know about it. So
again, another shirtless Maul with
another shirtless Maul. Yes, it's kind of like a boy band here. It's like shirt off, and there he goes. So must be cold. Never mind. Good looking little figure. This was finally we get the high resolution version of it when she depixelates, but there's some terrible photographs of this taken on the floor. There was a really good image from what was that, the Fifth Element, I think it was. So this is a glam shot. She's got big hands, man.
This photo looks good, as to be expected from some of these glamour shots of Hasbro product. This looks really nice. I mean, like you said, some of the product shots that we had seen taken live at Toy Fair, they weren't very flattering of the face sculpt. I saw people say it's a man baby, it looked like a man, or it's the return of monkey face Leia, or it's just a lot of disparaging comments. But I think this looks pretty good. I think the soft goods in this photo look better than the ones on the floor.
Yes, they do.
It'd be interesting to see how it would have been handled if they used less soft goods on this figure. Treated the plastic, from the torso and arms up as plastic and just used fabric for the lower portion.
See, I think that tends to go that way that we had with that Grand Moff Tarkin from the Vintage Collection, where it didn't really work for me. We had half plastic, half. It made him look like he had a little mini skirt, and it just it doesn't
wearing an
work.
Apron.
So, but I think what they have done, and they've refined it over time. Particularly the Emperor was a good one in the Black Series 6-inch. Where they kind of nailed the cloaks right. They got them good. Another good one is Kylo Ren. I mean, it's beautifully stitched. It works. So I'd give them credit for this. It's
I think this looks good. I'm looking forward to that.
And it's to me the 6 Series line is an action figure line. It's about movement. It's not about just that 5 POE kind of thing where that it might look a little better, but I like this. I'm all for this figure. So that was Leia. We also had, let me go back to the gallery, we'll have a quick look. Sabine, which was a Black Series
knockout of the figure, I think.
It was indeed. If the image would open, there we go. These are really high-res images, so apologies. This is why it's maybe a little to see these, but this was a knockout. You're absolutely, that facial sculpt is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
Right.
And nice to see the Mandalorian style that we blaster that we had there with Pre-Vizsla really kind of taken from the show as well. The paint on the helmet. I'd imagine that would be a transfer on the final production figure because it looks a little blotchy there. But here's perfect. The helmet looks great. Working holsters, boots with spray paint on them. She looks great. Really good figure.
There's a lot of paint apps here with her splattered armor. With her gauntlets and her boots. It'll be impressive if they could make that translate to the mass production level.
Yep.
But
she will be a big hit. Definitely. We also got a 3 3/4 switch seems to very much have that kind of sassy stance that Sabine has in the previous Rebels figure, but that looks great.
Yeah, nice
Love
season
the
2 look for her.
detail there. Really nice. Comes with a build a thingy.
Yeah, this seems to be. I like the look of this. This looks useful. You know, like the other build a weapon things look like garbage. You know, or scene filler or diorama greeblies or something like that. But this actually looks like you could do something with it, and it's not too out of place.
No, this is great. The colors. I mean, she just pops with color between the hair and the. It must be quite a costly figure for them to do. The fact it has so much different colors on it, but
there's a lot of
helmet looks great.
Yep. And it's nice that it's a
really nice figure.
Sorry. It's nice
yes. No, you're right. Yeah, removable helmet. So it's a very good looking 3.75-inch figure. So that's another great one to look forward to. Another 3.75 figure they revealed. Another great looking figure with removable helmet. This Kanan.
Yep.
With a kind of silly build thing.
Yeah, I made a few of those last year.
You did, didn't you? Ages ago, yeah.
Gave a couple to a few Twitter people out there that were looking for one. So it's not too surprising that they went this route and came with it, or came out with one.
Nice way to get a kind of 2-in-1 figure as well. Pop the helmet on and you've got a kind of a commander in some ways. So that's a nice one to buy. And we'll skip all the Marvel stuff, which there's plenty of, by the way. You're really investing their time in that. This was the large, I believe, shampoo bottle size. This came from Star Tours, if I remember rightly. The remember these troopers? Remember they came out with these ages ago. There was a Star Tours pack.
I do. I have those.
Yep.
But yeah, this is part of some sort of new line of Hasbro interactive type products where it's got lights and sounds. 12-inch line. Not terrible.
Not terrible. Not terrible. We had some, just going back, there was some Builder lightsaber parts. Again, Hasbro haven't sent us any kind of a breakdown for these images to, as far as I can tell, of any kind of information on them exactly. So we've only got images, no breakdowns to see exactly whose lightsaber that is. Luke's, I'm guessing. And
yeah, I don't know. I think this is more of, just kind of a generic type of deal where this is kind of a takeoff on the Ezra blaster combination where you can make it a gun lightsaber combo, because there's like the trigger there, and
it's kind of weird though. It doesn't really tell you what it is, but so we got that. We got a giant BB-8 which has an extension there for. Now we kind of saw that before, didn't we? Ages ago, we saw the extension which has the electric shock. I don't think that's the same one as this. This is another one, I believe.
Yep.
I believe that's for the little thumbs up lighter,
right,
which is not shown here. So we don't really know. No price point on this, no other details supplied as yet. But whatever scale this is in, I would imagine it's, I don't know, could be probably 6-inch and full size. I'm speculating here. And these were the other images. These were an entertainment. These were all the small, unfortunately, really low-res images. So they may have updated them. There's a pile of images they sent tonight at 5 o'clock, and I haven't gone through them.
Yeah, they're high-res ones of these.
They're high-res
in that group.
Oh, well.
So get a nice look at the Takodana encounter set with the exclusive Maz Kanata that comes in it. And she's got her little trunk that has the lightsaber in it.
Yep.
Pretty cool set.
So,
it's
a pretty cool set, yeah. If you haven't already got 3 of the figures. Which
right. What's
a little scammy, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's interesting, though, is the price point of this is speculated or announced, I guess it was, through the Entertainment Weekly site to be $20. That seems kind of low for Hasbro at this point for essentially 4 figures. You can't really count BB-8 as a figure, I think. But, when retail price for each figure is $8, it's a pretty decent deal.
It is. It's pretty decent indeed. Yeah, look, it seemed to be the only pack they were really causing a storm about. the other, some more lightsabers we saw. Again, these are kind of low res, so we'll get some more high res ones updated from the new pile of sent.
More blade builders.
More blade builders, yeah. There's Marvel. There's some more. Here we go. This is the Inquisitor. Again, that's a low res one, unfortunately, they sent. So yeah, sent us all a bunch of images that were sadly low res. So we've yet to update these. But yeah, we've seen that before. I think that was teased before.
Mm-hmm.
Kanan again, Maul again. These are low res ones. Another shot of Sabine there, slightly different tweaks. Now these we managed to get the updated ones. I think no, that's still a low res one. But we did get them. I saw you posted it as well. So
yeah,
we do have a high res snowtrooper around, but it's a pretty good looking figure.
Yeah, Snowtrooper looks great. I like the color.
Yeah, very highly weathered.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to have quite a great deal of weathering on it, but good looking figure nonetheless. And there's also high-res images of Revan. This one I think is still the low-res, or they're in the album here somewhere. So he's going to be, everyone was just saying, oh, you're going to get this, it's going to be crazy, you're going to get this. But yeah, he's super popular, he really is.
Yeah, Revan will be one of those hard-to-find ones like Phasma was. Or
yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And that was it for Star Wars. So yeah, very thin on the Star Wars stuff overall. There really wasn't a great deal. So
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, sorry. I was very surprised at how little the Force Awakens merchandise was shown at Toy Fair, coming off of everything that they couldn't show at, San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con. And then you have a huge movie. It just seems like people stumble across new product when it hits retail or gets solicited anymore. It's like Hasbro has I think Hasbro right now has a real problem, I guess over the past few years, has a real problem promoting their own Star Wars brand. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, definitely.
They issue all of these photos for Transformers and Marvel. Even they did far better job with their product reveals for Marvel from a generic photography standpoint than they did for Star Wars. I assume Disney is very protective still of stuff like that, but man, to be coming off of as huge blockbuster that The Force Awakens was and not see a Luke, not see a Leia, even though she's on that poster, that motion poster or whatever they issued, a month or so back, it just seems like it's a real communication problem or a fan engagement problem. I don't know what it is.
I mean, we got a lot of hype about Hasbro Pulse, last year. Of course, as usual, yeah, if that was a Pulse, you'd be dead long ago. It's great information when they finally do post something on it, but it's just, yeah, they really do have a fan engagement problem without a doubt. It's a bit of an issue in getting information. We never get carded shots of images these days. For example, the AT-AT driver was shown. We're going to share a picture with you today that thankfully some of the press that were there that attended and friends of ours took pictures of, but there's no official image of.
Yeah, why? Yeah, how is that possible? It's like you have essentially you have a production ready piece on the floor ready to go, and you don't have solicitation imagery of any kind.
No description, no explanation, no date, no nothing.
It's
really
weird. Bad.
It's weird. It's blood out of stone, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we're going to share some more other images from Toy Fair. The other people took, but that was the kind of official Hasbro gallery of all the images, and it was kind of scarce, really.
It was thin. Yeah, it was thin.
It was thin. So
what's the next?
Is...
Yeah, it was the AT-AT drivers. The next one here that Tamer, I believe, from over at Imperial Shipyard said shared. He's a huge AT-AT driver fan and collector, so it wasn't too surprising that this popped up in the Twitter feed for him.
Exactly. I know, exactly. Typical for him, but beautiful looking piece. Spot on. Just absolutely spot on. Got the paint, got the kind of stencils and everything. Just Perfection. Really good. They do a great job in the troopers. I think their passion really lies a lot of the times for the troopers. The snow troopers have turned out fantastically well, or the stormtroopers have turned out really well. They just nail it in terms of getting all the details there, the little jumpsuit details.
Right.
It's beautiful. Really, really nice. So that looks good. Just to jump back, we skipped something in the notes, but just a little. There were some higher jumping back a few waves as well. But here's a good example. They're showing us new products, but we had to scrabble around to get these images, which was really annoying. The Black Series 6-inch figures, there we go. There's the higher res ones. So again, we're not given these by Hasbro. We had to scrape them from retailers, which shouldn't be the case. They should be giving us this information, surely. But there's the Ahsoka Tano in box. That's one scary looking image on the box there.
Yeah, it's
a little freaky there. But a beautiful figure. Nice job there of the soft goods and the plastic. It looks really good. And there was Kanan, real life Kanan, looking good too. Yeah, very slick and well done. And there's a kind of good shot of him as well. So it's another great looking figure coming soon.
Yeah, and I like with that Kanan how they took the lightsaber and they actually have it does disassemble into its components that you could hook to his belt. So that's
really good. Really good. Nice little bit of weathering in the blaster too, and just really nice detail. Again, their passion seems to be in the 6-inch. The 3.75 just doesn't get as much love, it seems, but that's just the way it goes. This is probably the best Luke Skywalker farm boy I can recall ever being made, personally.
By Hasbro?
By Hasbro.
Yeah.
I think the soft goods on this really work. They really do a good job.
Looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. I think it looks really good. It's not a terrible photograph. It looks like his mother ironed his white chicken. I don't know, what do they do when they pose these things, man?
I don't know.
I just get it in an action pose and this thing with the feet with it. What? I don't know, but I like it. I'm very impressed. I think it looks good. The lightsaber clips on there to the belt too. Micro binoculars, which I didn't think they would give, is good.
Yep.
I'd like a. So that was. So go for it.
I was gonna say, I'd like a floppy hat and a poncho for him, but
floppy hat and a poncho. There you go. There you go. So
maybe a later release.
Later on. So that was some other images that we got, and what was next? We had a little tweet from Adam Paulus,
right, saying that they're trying to come up with the next 6-inch vehicle, essentially. The TIE Fighter. I'm not sure how well that really did. I mean, I still see the same one sitting at my Target that's been there for ever and ever and ever. Other stores, they don't have any, so it's really hard to say. I'm not sure how well that product shifted.
I think in terms of, again, I think somebody tweeted this week, and I thought it was a good point to make, is that from Hasbro to distribution, online specialist retailers, Targets, Walmarts, all those companies, it probably sold well. But then from that point to consumers, expensive piece. But
right.
I think a lot of these things, you look at the price of the vintage collection AT-AT in any kind of box, the Endor or the Hoth box, any version, even the blue kind of Starfield with the Rex on the box, any version of that these days is somewhere in the region of $400 to $500 for something that at one point was slashed down to $99 that people couldn't shift. And it sat there for long enough at Toys R Us. So I think there's a time period of it's available, it's in demand, it's not so in demand. Then it goes in a lull, and then it goes into the magic space of good luck trying to find that thing for a change out of $500. It's just, like Darth Maul 6-inch, they couldn't give it away at one point. Now it's $100. I don't know. I think that'll be something, the TIE Fighter will be something that'll be in demand in time, because it's really specialized. But anyway, I digress.
What else?
Star Wars Action News, I think, is next.
Yeah, they had a bunch of nice tweets out over the past couple days.
Did a great job
regarding more Force Awakens figures they are coming. They just are going to try to announce them, through their Pulse, website, or, through other channels, essentially not fan sites would be my guess. I don't know. But they're more Force Awakens characters are coming, like Luke, like Leia. I'm not sure how deep they're really going to go. They're gearing up for a whole nother movie launch here in a year, so less than a year.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think back to the days of Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones, the quantity of figures that were available, the range of characters. I can't remember his name, Bagano, the guy from Attack of the Clones, the, Destix or what. I mean, throwaway characters like that had figures. And
Alien
here we are.
Sleaze Bagano.
There you go. I knew you would know. But the biggest film of all time, correct me if I'm wrong, and this is all you've shown?
I know.
It's very strange. Very, very strange. And yeah, as you said, they gave the Maz Kanata release to Entertainment Weekly, and just my personal opinion here, but I went to that site and looking around, I was very sarcastic when I posted it. Articles on Justin Bieber, articles on what two people were wearing on some TV show that I've never seen in my life. Why is that relevant? I mean, I guess EW probably pay to have that exclusive,
right.
So they're paying to get that, but yeah, as you said, out of touch with fans. I think that's exactly what it is. But anyway, I digress.
More complaining.
More complaining and whining. Like the two old guys in the Muppets tonight.
Right. We touched on this at the beginning of the show regarding exclusives for Rogue One. They are going to be tied to San Diego Comic-Con and Celebration Europe, which is coming up. That's in London, is that correct? Celebration London is what they're calling it?
Yep. Yep.
Like I said, it's probably going to be the same figure, probably a trooper type figure that you'd be able to find at retail, just in special exclusive packaging. Nothing that you're not going to be able to miss if you're really looking for the figure and not the packaging.
Yep. And that's a good thing, I think. It's troopers, that trooper, which is a great trooper, is, you can buy it for $20 pretty much in most places online these days, or pre-order it. So yeah, it was crazy just for that cardboard how much it was. But then the same happened with the Jabba, the 6-inch Jabba with the Salacious Crumb.
Yep.
At one point it was $300, and then it crashed down to a friend of mine bought one recently for about $50. So
yep,
there you go. Wait long enough, play the long game, you will get it all.
Yes. Little touch here on the vintage collection. Still not coming back, but they're essentially trying to find the right time and place for it to come out. Don't know if it's going to be more traditional in the sense that it'll be 5 POA type figures on the vintage style card back, or what they've done in the most recent past with super articulated figures on the vintage card back. I'm happy either way, to be honest. It's the presentation that sells it for me rather than what's inside.
I agree. It's it would be weird though halfway through a collection to just go cheap in the articulation.
True.
And I think collectors have shown the Walmart 3.75 articulated line has done pretty well. There's not too many swinging on the pegs, and a lot of people overseas can't get them, so they're slowly beginning to filter out. So articulation is still there for people at a premium price point, and I'll tell you, if they charge $20 for those vintage cardbacks, people would still buy them.
Absolutely.
Paul Jedi Sample Archives posted an article a while ago which highlighted my attention to it, and I didn't realize how expensive they've got, but some of the older vintage collection figures like Dak and kind of meh characters overall, $100 on a card.
I know.
So it just shows you the scarcity of these things. So
and the desire for that,
and the desire for them. So yeah, so let's hope they bring it back in the right way. But yeah, as you say, that 5 POE, I'd still buy it regardless. So the presentation is what it's all about. Yep.
A couple other things that Star Wars Action News had tweeted out. They plan on having a Phasma and the ASTI figure as part of the 3.75-inch Black Series line for Walmart. So it's
That'd
not
be good.
too surprising. I don't know if, to be honest, asty doesn't need a 3.75-inch super articulated figure. He was a very niche character. I don't think he really, I mean, throw a different first order stormtrooper in there or something, but I don't know. Maybe a Leia. How about a Leia? Put a super articulated Force Awakens Princess Leia or Luke, but we don't need
Yeah.
asty, I don't think.
No, I don't know. Seems very weird, the character choice, but could be well they're clearing the car park out, and Asty was one that they maybe got images for very early, and they could manage to make a figure for that quickly, and hence why he's almost ready to go, because we do know it takes about a year minimum to from concept art to at least getting some kind of aspect to the figure. So it does take a long time. But
yeah, and you would figure pretty much anything that's been released in 6-inch scale is probably game for the 3 3/4-inch scale. I mean, it's it's very similar articulation for the most part, so it wouldn't be too hard, I guess, would be to downscale some of those.
Yeah, it almost seems in some ways if they make a 6-inch, the tooling, well, maybe not necessarily the tooling because it's a different scale. Maybe there's some shrinkage. I don't know how it works, but once you've got the paint application or the colors or the whatever material it is, I guess that maybe makes it easier to then transition to a smaller size. Who knows? But either way, if you want a nasty, you're going to be well covered.
Right.
So.
Let's see. There's a sale going on this week, kind of moving on a little bit from Toy Fair news, is that you could pick up 6-inch Black Series figures, buy one, get one 50% off in store and online.
Yeah, which I didn't realize until I was up there tonight just buying something for a friend, and I was like, wait, hold on, this thing would rang up at $10. So so helmets, these brand new Black Series helmets, I picked them up this week and wish I'd known about this sale. So I don't know, considering Toys R Us send me probably like 100 emails a week, why they didn't send me an email about this, I do not know. But it's across the board on Lego Dimensions and Nerf guns, sadly not on any Marvel products. But brand new Star Wars figures. The TIE Fighter is also buy one, get one third. So it works out. I think it works out. I think we put a note. I put something in the show notes there. 134 each if you buy one and then get 50% off. That's a pretty good deal. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you're into it. So buy one, get one 50% off. Not bad. If you can find stuff at Toys R Us.
Yeah, I've been seeing those helmets, those Black Series helmets, show up at a lot of my stores lately. Target, especially. $15. The helmets are surprisingly, I don't know. They don't do it for me really. They're like 12-inch scale helmets.
They are. Yeah, they really are.
Very much like the 1/6 scale helmets for Kylo Ren, and I'm not sure what you would. I mean, they display well, I would think. Some of them I think I saw online that they come off of their little bases.
They do. But then it makes it very hard to display them. The helmets are uneven, and you'd have things like a little microphone there. It's you kind of need the display, I think, and it works as a very good display. Clear plastic embossed with Star Wars. I actually like them for the price, but I'm quite impressed with them. But the thing that will probably be the stickler is if they cut the collection short,
right?
And then you're left with this half-assed, half-finished bunch of you're like, here we go again, another collection where they've just changed their mind halfway through, or the packaging goes, or the format goes, or whatever. So.
Right.
But they're impressive, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get the obligatory Vader and Boba Fett helmets in here soon.
Absolutely. I don't
X-Wing
see why
pilot.
Not.
That kind of
multiple X-Wing pilots.
Right. Exclusive X-Wing pilot helmet.
Don't start them. Don't go
I know. I saw this tweet go out by I think Jedi News had this that Force Friday is going to return for the product launches for Rogue One. starting September 30th, 2016. So hopefully it's handled a little bit better from a supply standpoint.
Product would be good.
Yeah.
So, but I think, I mean, overall, I think Force Friday was well appreciated by fans. It was global. You know, we had that fun video with starting off with, I think it was Jayla Guy in Australia, and then all the way across the world, which was really bizarre but interesting at the same time. You know, and it really, I think, engaged fans. So I think it's a good way of doing it. It's I love when they do something like that globally and remember that there's other people in the world, and they kind of you know, try and bring every fan together and make an effort for it, which is good. So yeah, they just got a product this time. That's the problem. So
yeah.
But let's fingers crossed. Rogue One will bring some good stuff. And I think that's us for that first section. I think for all of our Hasbro stuff.
Moving on to Lego Sideshow type news. There's an exclusive coming for FN 2187, which is Finn, with the purchase of the game that's coming for The Force Awakens, the Lego game.
And I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe it's only available for the PS4 version. I may be wrong, but
yeah, I can't recall.
Let us know. I didn't see any pack art for Xbox with that exclusive. I doubt it, but just in case. So if you buy the super duper PlayStation exclusive pack, you get extra levels with these characters. They're not minifigures. It's very confusing, actually. At first I thought that was the minifigures, and you do get the Finn poly bag, very similar to the Marvel superheroes Silver Centurion pack. So yeah, looks good. We got a nice little trailer as well, very fun little Force Awakens game teaser trailer, which was kind of slick, very well done. So yeah, that's coming.
Looking forward to that. Let's see. Also revealed for Lego was the Hoth Assault. This was a rumored set. It's been rumored for a while. This is part of the Ultimate Collector Series set. And it's pretty decent size set. I mean, there's a lot of. It's not a huge like connected type set from what I've been able to gather. It seems like there's a lot of individual type little pieces.
Yes, there are very incredibly similar to a lot of the ones I've had. Every Hoth set, every single one I've had at one point. I gave up at one point just with space, but I got some high-res images here that Lego sent us. Just have a quick flick through some of them. I share them on screen, but lots of new, slightly tooled and tweaked minifigures, a new beard on a Hoth trooper. You know, it's very similar stuff. This is again similar to an older set that had basically the Hoth door. The feeding station for the Tauntauns is nothing new. It's very, very samey, which a lot of Lego fans, as is the Wampa attack there. Everything's identical apart from some blue bricks added. But if you haven't bought these Lego sets before, then this is a great set for you. But we've had, I keep calling them, is it K3PO? I think it's K3PO. But
the white one?
The white, it's not K, is it K3PO, the white one? Okay.
Yes.
I can't remember. There you go. So, but this was interesting. I included this was, as people had said before, the 4 previously released Hoth sets, total cost only $160, and you pretty much get all the same, but even more minifigures. So, and an extra slow speeder. So there's a little bit of kind of, I guess people feeling a little price gouged on this one. I mean, there's the set before from the Wampa. I mean, they're just very, very similar. It's it feels very samey. Nothing new, nothing different. So, but you know, it's a brand new set if you want to collect it. But it's nearly $100 more than the previous sets. Oh, of course, good luck trying to get those other sets now.
Right.
But yeah, so an interesting one, but it's coming.
Let's see what else. There were some life-size Lego characters that were on display at Toy Fair over the weekend. Like Poe. Is that what this one link is here?
I think I've doubled up on the notes there. Where are we? Life size. Yeah, here we go.
Number 3.
Link. My bad. My bad. Come on, Link, open up. So yeah, this was life-size Lego. So huge pieces, 80,000 bricks. Took 200 hours a piece to build. We got a Poe Dameron, we got a Captain Phasma and Finn. It's just taking this moment to load here. Sorry about this connection, as usual. But yeah, this was like kind of again. I don't know why there was an embargo on this. It was a big thing from Lego, and saying, you know, you must not release this information. And okay, sure. And yeah, it was. I believe they were on display at Toy Fair, but a large Poe, Finn, and Phasma. So yeah, life size, not available to buy, of course, but just available out there. Sorry, there's a picture. Life size Lego. That's it. Not much to show, really. Some more Lego, I think, was what's next.
Yeah, Justin from over at Jedi News had posted a nice shot of the upcoming 2016 Advent calendar.
Yeah, nice and clear and crisp. We got to see pretty good. Look at that. Let's there we go. So a lot of samey figures in here. Although this guy, the Bespin Guard, is only available in the Ultimate Collector Series. Slave 1, so he's a good figure to get. Nice snowtrooper, white. I don't know who this is. Chewie covered in snow, I guess.
Abominable snowman.
Abominable Wookiee. Don't know quite what's going on a sled there. We got a little. There's a Luke in there, way up at the back of the pack, and that looks like K3PO there, a white version or TC14, I guess maybe. I don't know.
It could be the U3PO, E3PO, which whenever that is from Bespin.
So not quite spoiled all the. I'm sure there'll be another minifigure in there, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigures. You're probably maybe only one more, and that's it. So yeah, we'll see. There's a little minifigure down a hole there or something. I don't know quite what's going on, but this thing turned up this year. I think it turned up like July or something crazy. It was really early in the stores.
Yep.
And yet again, good luck trying to get some of the older and better Advent calendar packs from years. They're going for stupid money. So if you want these minifigures, make sure you get it quick. So yeah, that was that. And
then last week, Lego and Disney XD announced that there's going to be a new series coming to that channel. The Freemaker Adventures, I believe, is what it's called.
That's right. Very unusual. I don't quite know what's going on. I guess I kind of... Yeah, it is set in the Star Wars universe. I guess maybe there's less licensing to pay or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If the, kind of go off the rails as such and go and do their own characters, it's something that Lego can kind of push maybe a little more freedom in there, I guess. So we've kind of got a little bit of a different, looks like a hammerhead like kind of ship.
Yep. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, is it? There you go. Blah 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 blah. Lego. So very much in the same spirit, I think, as the Yoda Chronicles and those kind of things.
Yep.
So yeah, Freemaker Adventures. So yeah.
Yep. They had some of these sets on display at Toy Fair.
That's right. Yeah. I didn't have any photographs to share here, but
yeah. But there was that hammerhead type vehicle, and there was a black starfighter that was there, and there was also like a female Sith character, or at least it looked like a dark side lightsaber wielding character in some of the shots. So I'm not sure how canon this is. Is this TV canon type stuff, or is this, because I think this takes place between episode 4 and 5. I can't remember exactly.
I can't remember either.
But
I'm just
it's in during the original trilogy era of the films.
There was, I think there's some sets here. Stud Shooter had shared some Lego Fanatic had shared Lego sets earlier on. There's some of the Advent calendar stuff. There's some of the other Lego sets if you want to have a look at them. Yeah, full of stud shooter. He shared them all from different people, from Justin and a few others. That was another set there, actually, we've never really talked about. There was so much stuff this weekend, so I guess we're only giving you a little bit of a teaser, but that was the other set, the Lugga Beast. I'm guessing it's not blue. It's just not finished, I guess. I don't know. I hope it's not blue. But Tito, Unker Plutt. Yeah, it doesn't look a very... another BB-8. It doesn't look a very finished set. I think a lot of these, because there was a lot of minifigures that were blanked minifigures on display. There we go. There's the set we're talking about. I knew he posted it. I should have retweeted it. That's the Star Scavenger.
Yeah.
And, yep. I wish Lego would kill these battle droids. They're just terrible minifigures. Nobody wants them. Cheap, nasty things, man. They're terrible. If you love battle droids, let us know, because I'd love to know whether you really like these things. They suck. So we get a junior size minifigure there. Xander, Cordy, and Roger. Oh, good God. Roger, of course.
No. R-O-G-R.
Oh, man. It's going to be full of the humor and the jokes. That was another Lego set we should have shared there as well. Captain Rex's ETTE, if memory serves.
Yep.
Looking good. Nice little update to the older ETTE, I guess. And yeah, there was a lot of kind of, for the first time that I'd seen, I'm sure he had some other pictures, or somebody did at one point. There was a Dengar on a set, that's right.
There it is.
There's a few other finds there. He retweeted a lot of people's stuff. We'll come back to it. But anyway, so the a lot of the minifigures were blank on the display in Lego, so a lot of stuff not finished. So don't know what's going on.
Disney probably
controlling everything. Absolutely, they want to control it all. So that was it for Lego.
Let's see. Moving on to Funko. They had a decent size reveal, I guess, of new products coming out for The Force Awakens, unlike some of the other brands we talked about. Just a ton of pop characters.
Just showing some here. Yep. This catalog, by the way, is Funko will come down like a ton of bricks for sharing images at this, but not this year. Everybody seems to have shared it. So so Leia, Luke with beard and robe. I don't know why it would be. Is it a variation Luke without beard? It's just
right.
It's just Luke naked. Snap Wexley, General Hux, Guavian, Kylo Ren in a fighting pose with his scar.
Pretty cool.
Rey with a lightsaber in a fighting pose. Yeah, they're very cool. Maz Kanata looks fantastic.
Yep.
CO74 from Maz's Castle. And a nice, easy one for them to do, which kind of is a bit of a cheat, wasn't it, really? The Riot Trooper, but with extended
right.
That was a little bit of a, I don't know.
Yeah, this one doesn't have the shield either, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, they're milking that.
Yeah, but
the trader deal.
Yeah, but they know it'll be popular, so yeah, more money to them. Yep. But I'll buy the damn thing. So they got me. Yep,
I'll be buying them all. I'm a sucker. And that's what's interesting about that statement, though, is that if companies offer a variety of product and they make it relatively easy to pick up,
sure,
I'm gonna give them my money. You know, if a brand like Hasbro makes it hard or just doesn't have the character depth as some of these other brands, then I mean, I'm going to give my money to Funko. Yeah. I'll support stuff that I like. I mean, and I would think other people do that as well.
I mean, I think a good 25, maybe even probably 50% of your tweets, my tweets, I know Scott from Tulsa and a few others, Stitcher and others, people that I know are often half the time sharing out links to where, you know, quickly it's available on Amazon or it's available here or pre-order there, it's up here. It's all about availability, and it's it's just patchy as hell. Ray, trying to find Ray figures, you know, it's you know, good luck. So yeah, whereas Funko, it's pretty much everywhere. You can pretty much find them everywhere in most cases. So,
right.
Very good.
Speaking of that one, I think Yeah, we did talk about this on the last
We
show,
did
which
talk about
was
this, didn't
a
we?
couple of weeks ago. The Kylo Ren unmasked figure. We had talked about it just starting to hit retail. I think that night of the show we had talked about it, and I went out and I was able to pick one up like that night after our last episode. So thanks. I think that was a friend of mine from Jedi Defender, lives kind of up north of where I do, and he said that a store that a Walmart had some up there. So I went up and I grabbed a few, one for myself, a couple for some other people online that were looking for, Corey from First Order Transmissions. I picked one up for him. I think I picked one up for Nabil. I picked one up for Chris Perillo. So I was pop shopping. I was pop shopping boy. So, but that's been my pattern this past couple weeks. There hasn't been a lot of stuff that I haven't really needed to buy at retail. I've been shopping for other people. It's kind of funny.
Sure.
So
no, I know I've been the same as well. It's just the last week has been buying tons of stuff, little weird figures and stuff that people can't find in their area or can't find. And Stud Shooter this week, he sent me a Funko Pop, and it was packed like a baby. And it's funny, all their friends know these things, and they know what you're looking for. And it's a great thing to do to network and keep in touch, because otherwise you wouldn't see these things. It's very hard. Anyhow.
Let's see, a couple more pop bits of news here. There was a Periscope feed a couple weeks ago, and I think on there that Funko revealed that the new Smuggler Bounty Cantina themed box is going to include 2 pups again, like the first box, which had the Captain Phasma and the variant TIE pilot. This box will now have 2 all new figures in it as well. From the Cantina, there's a lot of speculation going around about who those characters might be. Figures obviously that they haven't done before. So I'm looking forward to this box quite a bit, actually.
Sure. I think a lot of people, I saw so many people the last time saying, spoiler alerts and stuff. It's like, you're going to have to hide from the internet, because it's the second someone gets it, it's going to be because everybody wants to know what they are. So it's fairly impossible, I think, to hide the be surprised on the day it arrives with you in the pack. So hide soon, because they're coming soon, I believe. So
yeah. And in that same video, they revealed the official box set of the Rancor that includes the Luke and the Oola. Very cool set. That Rancor has got a very bobbly head, and it's one of those bigger, I think, 6-inch type type sculpts as well. It's a really cool looking set. So I can't remember when they said that was coming out.
It's May. It's coming in May.
Yep.
It's a previews exclusive, so it's a kind of limited-ish release in terms of you won't find it in Walmart, etc. It's a comic shop or online deal only. So going by the cost of the previous one, the Jabba's and Slave Leia one, I've seen 60 stuff. It's kind of nuts, but it's these packs seem to be really popular. So
yeah, my brother just picked up one from me, or picked up one for me from Walmart for $20. So
wow.
I was able to get
that.
So I've branched out officially from the Force Awakens pop ones.
So it begins.
Yep. So now I'm in trouble, like I wasn't before. He scored that one for me. I don't have a link here in the show notes, but Funko on their website, funko.com /blog/news, I think is the full URL.
I did see the look for it, but I couldn't see them. So
they revealed their line, their not full line, but their first wave of the Pop Home mugs, similar to like how we showed
the 3PO
on the last show. I got the box right here. The 3PO, they showed off. I think there was a Vader, a Boba Fett, a BB-8, a couple other ones that look pretty good.
I agree. I think I'm just looking for just now. It was on there. I think it was on the Instagram. They linked to it from quick look, and I'll see if I can see it. But do they have it on there? Looks. Yeah, just as you said, like the 3PO, there's a BB-8, there's, God, what else did they have? There's so much news this weekend, I'm still catching up. It's just so far behind. I don't see them. If I find them, we'll come back to them, but plenty of Funko stuff coming. There's going to be no shortage, that's for sure.
Let's see, what else? And then there was one more thing from Funko. At Toy Fair, they had 2 new of the Fabrications plush type characters on display. It was the Captain Phasma and Kylo Ren, which I thought looked pretty cool.
They do. Let me go back to. So many like souvenir. Where are we? There we go. Phasma and Kylo. Not so bad.
Yep.
Not so bad. Not a big fan of Fabrications. I think it's a kind of Hikari-like thing. It's a little bit specialized, but
yeah. Let's see. Next bit here is the going on to other brands and custom news. There was a new Trivial Pursuit that was shown off at Toy Fair for The Force Awakens, which looked pretty.
I've never seen that before. I can't even recall a Star Wars one in the past, but I thought that was a nice looking little set. It's the Black Series yet again.
Yep.
Star Wars The Black Series, Trivial Pursuit. So they had this last year at San Diego Comic Con when it was Star Wars Risk, the Black Series. So they love this brand. They're really sticking to the big brands, the Black Series and Marvel Legends for 3.75. Sorry about the audio quality. I'm going to try and unplug and plug back in. Hopefully that'll work.
Okay.
I'm having problems, but yeah, let me know what you think about the Black Series Trivial Pursuit. I don't know, not one for me.
Yeah, I do have some of the previous Trivial Pursuit sets. I'm trying to think. It's going back a ways. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I wouldn't mind getting this one. I haven't done a Trivial Pursuit Star Wars game in a while, so I think with a new movie and new details and the whole new canon and everything, it would be a decent set to pick up, I think. Fly Guy's audio is out for a little bit. Let's see if he'll come back here. One moment. Let's see. We'll take a look at the next one here in a second. Nope. No audio from Steve. He's down for the count. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna pop on to the next little bit of news here. Moving on from the Trivial Pursuit, there is there's some new images of the movie realization Royal Guard that had popped up. It's been announced for a while. I think I heard some clicking from you there.
Yep.
Yep. There we go. You're back.
Good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a great looking piece. I didn't recall seeing one or two of the photographs, but it's pretty good. He's super popular. Going to be very hard to get, I think, this Royal Guard. Certainly initially, he's going to be pretty hard, I think, but beautiful looking figure. And Vader again.
Yep, the original Vader that they had. Moving on to a couple of custom bits here. There's been some great customs for the 6-inch line that I've been noticing on my Instagram feed lately. There's this customizer, Darth Dusty 80 on Instagram, has made several lately. The first up here that we'll take a look at is the 7th Sister Inquisitor.
That's beautiful.
Pretty solid. I like it.
Very nicely done. Yeah, very good paint indeed. Very slickly applied.
And
Looks good.
he had done another one as well. The uh, Old Man
Yeah,
Rex, Old Man Captain Rex.
that actually looks more like the cosplayer who played Rex,
It
if you know
does.
what I mean. Yeah, rather than Rex the TV show, but yes, still good.
Yeah.
Love the weathering on the kind of shoulder pads there. That's beautiful. Very nice.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
And let's see, there was one more here, not by Darth Dusty, but someone had taken their stab at doing a 6-inch Luke from The Force Awakens, and the detail and the intricacy of the sculpt is pretty amazing on this figure. We'll have a link to it in the show notes later, so people can take a closer look if they can't see all that clearly on our feed. But yeah, a very, very nice representation of that character.
Yeah, he's old boy underscore CTTTS is the maker of this. He's in Bangkok, but I love this. Even just, I know we're digressing a little bit, but look at the detail he's added there to Kylo Ren, even unmasked. So yeah, he's done a great job of this stuff. I think he's tweaked Django a little. Yes, he was one of the guys that I think we shared this the last time.
Yeah, this is the guy.
Yeah, this is the guy. Yeah. So well done, old boy CTTS. Oh my god, that's making me stuffed up there. Yeah, he's done a lot of good stuff. So yeah, a lot of sculpting and detail and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
very slick. A lot of great customizing out there. It's just never stops. It's just fantastic looking. So
yeah.
Do like it.
What else do we have here? A little bit of TV, movie, book, and game news. It still hasn't been officially announced yet, but there are online retailers claiming that The Force Awakens is coming out on Blu-ray on April 5th. I think I think Amazon had it. I don't know if it was Amazon in the US, but there were a couple sites that did have it up for that date.
I don't know why this suddenly came. I mean, this was way back in December. In fact, it's pinned to the top of my tweet list there, actually. Pinned to my Twitter. 28th of December, this was announced.
Right.
Force Awakens. And then it went all quiet. And then I think, like, the 1st of February, people went that saying, oh, it's April 5th. And I'm like, it's been that way for ages. But anyway, it's it's April 5th. So I don't know why the sudden. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll get
seems a logical beat to me.
Yeah,
doesn't it? So
I'm sure in the next, I would think by the end of the month we'll get an official announcement. That would be my guess.
Probably just leaked, I guess, and they just they want a proper release and give it to EW to put next to Justin Bieber and all that stuff.
Right. Exclusive.
Anyway.
And then it was also announced last week that they've begun filming. I don't know if it's. I know John Boyega starts tomorrow working on episode 8. Also, they announced that Rogue One had pretty much wrapped up their photography and filming for that, so they're heavy into the post-production and effects type stuff, I would guess. And then episode 9 is in pre-production already, so it's crazy.
I'd love to go back and. I know. I'd love to go back in time, jump in a DeLorean, and tell my former self during the dark times when there was no Star Wars movies, hey, there's going to be 2 in production at one point. That's just insane. But
right.
It's great. 2 Star Wars movies.
2 filming at one time and then 3 being actually worked on. And who knows what's if they're in pre-production for the Han Solo version yet or not. So
I know.
There's a lot of Star Wars content.
Let's hope there's more toys, because they're just...
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? Moving on. I'm not sure what we had for reviews this week. I know I haven't had any. I just haven't had the time.
I just literally... The only things I had up were some of the Lego stuff for the Hoth set, just a kind of slideshow of images. There's no actual... I don't think I did any reviews this week, so plenty to review them, but none done.
Kind of brings us to the new toy acquisitions and purchases for the past couple weeks since we haven't done a show. How about you? I see a nice little list here for you.
I do. Picked up the the Black Series helmets. We'll give them a review this week. They're, again, as we said, pretty good. I like them. A lot of detail on them for a relatively low price point. But as we said, let's hope they keep the collection going.
I want a melted.
What's that?
I want a melted Vader helmet for that.
Melted Darth Vader. This was someone else said the other day. It would not surprise me if they do one. That was it really for Star Wars. I did pick up a Finn Pop, the GameStop exclusive, the unmasked one. A ton of pops. Like you, the addiction has just turned to just.
I know.
It's like drugs now.
I see my eye wandering to other lines as well, and I got to put my foot down. Otherwise, I'm just gonna murder my my wallet and get divorced or something. I don't know. It's just too much stuff that I actually like and want to buy versus what I should be buying. Food,
working
gas, and
working with a toy store and a couple of friends who work at Hot Topic, because that's it. It's too late for me, my son. I've gone to the dark side. So I picked up this week Hateful Eight, the movie pops. Beautiful little design pop vinyl, and for some reason Quentin Tarantino's pops always just go up and up and up in price. Doesn't surprise me really. Picked up non-Star Wars, I'm afraid. Marvel Legends, the Onslaught Wave. Picked up them. Built the Red Skull. Good looking. Set of figures. Marvel's very hard to come by. 3.75 inch. It's really a repaint and a comic pack. So I'm hoping we will see some comic packs for Star Wars back, but Marvel's doing pretty well. They're coming back with their
Legends,
comic packs. They're Legends, they're newly renamed Legends. Pacific Rim, one of the best figures I've bought in a long time. I got this at Dorkside Toys, the Striker Eureka. What an amazing... I wish in some ways NECA were doing Star Wars. They do such a good job. So highly recommended. And that was me. That was the toys I bought this week. What about you, sir?
With me, I received, the 6-inch regular Snowtrooper, not the Toys R Us exclusive, but the standard.
Okay.
Got that finally. My brother-in-law picked up that for me from out in the Seattle area, I believe. What else did I have? I got the, looking at the list, like I said, the Kylo Ren pop we had talked about previously with his little unmasked face.
Cool.
What else did I get? I got the 6-scale R5D4 from Sideshow.
He's good.
One of my favorite designs. I like it. He's got a little.
I love R5.
You pull out he's got like a little eye, the center eye port or whatever you want to call it. If you pull it out, the little motivator pops up and blows up at the top of his head. He's got little magnet. He's got little magnet restraining bolts that you can attach to his various panels on the front. He's got 3 or 4 panels that open on his little body there.
Excellent.
It's a great looking figure. I'll open it up here a little bit, but
R5 DVA is a very cool little guy. Yeah. Is it kind of light like the R2 unit was? Quite I always feel the R2 was almost too light. It didn't feel solid enough. But
yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you would think it would weigh a little bit more, but no, I don't think it's too light. I think it's got a nice heft to it for being the size that it is. And then I also got, what else? Looking at my list.
Ezra speeder bike. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep, the Ezra speeder bike. Again, that was from my brother-in-law who picked that up for me.
Like it.
I hadn't seen. And now I see him all the time, of course.
I know. It's typical, isn't it?
Yep. A nice looking vehicle overall, and the figure is a nice retool of the previous Ezra. Some new parts. And then Chris from over at First Order Transmissions. He went to Disney lately, or I think a couple weeks ago. He picked up a Droid Factory figure for me. He's cool. It's the black astromech that Poe Dameron has in The Force Awakens before he gets BB-8 back. So he would have had this astromech during the Takodana battle.
And do we get to see that in the movie? Is that?
Yeah, because when he lands, you know, when they get back to the base, and BB-8 blows up, this is the astromech he has in his black TIE fighter, or black X-wing. So
which matches his TIE fighter.
Right. So I had him build me one of those and picked up. It's great.
Nice.
It's
an astromech. They're always cool. Always cool. Always collectible.
I think that's it. I did receive a couple. Carta Mundi, the card company, sent me a nice box of various packs and multi-pack card sets of some of their product for 2016. So that's pretty cool stuff there. Nice. Otherwise, I think that's it. Just some various bits and bobbles that I picked up here and there, but a decent couple weeks since our last show of acquisitions and whatnot.
Exactly. Well, that was a meaty amount of stuff we covered, I guess, in some ways. So yeah, double whammy show. Yep.
I'm sure there'll be a few more bits to be distilled from the next couple days, since people will be posting their Q&As and whatnot for from Hasbro and other brands from Toy Fair. So I think that's it for me.
Yes, and for me too. So yeah.
Sounds good. Like to thank everyone for watching and sharing and commenting on our past and previous and current shows. And until next time, we will see you all again. Thanks everyone for watching.
See ya.